What's going on, toxic gamers? We apparently got really good news about Battlefield 6. First, we're gonna talk about how to pre-download, how to play early. Apparently, you can play early, and you can also play for free. That's right, we're gonna be exploring that. There should be timestamps in the video as well. And I also want to talk about the skill-based matchmaking controversy. Now, this is the one where the Call of Duty fans, the Battlefield fans, the gaming fans are having PTSD, and the controversy was quite big, but apparently, we have some good news about skill-based matchmaking, which sounds like a miracle, I'll be honest with you, but you do not have to subscribe, you do not have to like the video, unless you want to, of course. But shout out to the homie Nero. Check this out, roll it.
We also have some really good news when it comes to skill-based matchmaking, as well as we have some more good news when it comes to the early access form of the beta, meaning that if you weren't around for the reveal event, or if you aren't part of Battlefield Labs, you can still get into the early access portion of the beta on August 7th and August 8th, as compared to having to wait all the way until August 9th. In this video, we're going to be going over all of that, as well as, of course, touching on the controversy that happened yesterday, because it turns out skill-based matchmaking, I can't believe it, is a hot-button issue, and passions run...
Man, like, I've seen so many people switch up, so many people try to defend it, so many people attack it. I've seen people being, like, literally in every single corner they could possibly be in. Pause. But I guess that's a PTSD talking, that's a passion talking, that's the D-riders, the haters, the normies, the fans, the toxic gamers, the gamers that just want a good game, right? So literally everybody came from all walk of life, and you know, together, yeah guys, like together it's a big blowout, you feel what I'm saying? But
okay. Super high around that topic, but still, there's a lot of misinformation being spread around. I honestly think it's just another reason why the system is so bad for gaming. It's so shrouded in mystery, and nobody really seems to know exactly what's going on, especially when it comes to Battlefield 6, so I definitely want to clear the air when it comes to that and set the record straight, because I saw a lot of people really confused about what was going on, myself included. So, first things first, how do we get into the Battlefield 6 open beta?
Here we go.
For starters, if you got an early access code, either from Battlefield Labs or from Twitch drops back during the reveal event, you need to redeem it over on the EA website. Once that's done, you can then link whatever platform you plan to play the game on, in my case it's going to be Steam, to your EA account. If you play on Xbox or PlayStation or even the EA app, just make sure it's linked and you're going to be good to go. From there, you can preload the game on your platform of choice. Once again, I'm going...
if you're on PlayStation or Xbox, literally go into the store and search for it, right? If you don't find it, you got to go over on the game page and click more, and that there you're gonna have it. But first you got to do all of this, and yeah, there's a way to play it for free as well. So
with Steam, so all you have to do is search up Battlefield 6, you click on it, and then from there you can preload the game. The surprising part to me is it's only like 40 gigs or something like that. Like, despite all the content that's going to be available in the beta, it's only like 35 to 40.
I believe like Call of Duty is like 80 gigs or something like that. Maybe I'm exaggerating. I honestly don't remember, but I feel like it was 50 or 60 gigs for the beta. But in terms of the games, I mean, you know, it takes the entire hard drive though. So yeah, I mean, that's good to know. Like, it's 35 gigs to 40 gigs because some of my homeboys are on 1 megabyte per download speed. So guys, you know, take your right hand, take your left hand, put it together, send a prayer out to the 1 megabytes per download speed users. If you got a 10 megabyte per download speed and above, bro, why be sad? You're living life. You're blessed. You're blessed. So guys, definitely send a prayer to the homies on 1 megabyte per download speed. So 35 gigs, not too bad in comparison to Call of Duty though. So
gigs depending on your platform. And I've also read somewhere that Battlefield 6 as a whole, like the full launch of the game, is only going to be around 80 gigabytes total if you want absolutely everything to be installed. And they're also going to be giving you options as to what you want.
Oh my god, only 80 gigs? You gotta be flipping my flapjack, son.
To install. So for example, if you're just about the multiplayer and you're not interested in like the campaign, for example, you don't have to install the campaign, or vice versa. If you only want to play the campaign and just don't want to touch the multiplayer, you can do that as well, and it's going to save you a ton of hard drive space. Now, if you're somebody who does not have an early access code, you can still preload the game on your platform of choice. Again, it's going to be somewhere between 35 and 40 gigs, but having it installed means you're going to be ready to go on August 9th when the beta goes open for everybody. If you can't wait that long, however, all you have to do is on August 7th, when the early access beta goes live, all you have to do reportedly is just watch 30 minutes of somebody playing the game on Twitch. You're going to get a drop. That drop will contain a
I mean, I love that, honestly, but at this point, guys, like, make it for free for everybody, man. Why do this? Why complicate it? Just have the game beta in the store, let people download like you already are. Why go extra route? Now, I do know they want to increase the pre-orders, this and that, and everybody was saying, do not pre-order, and then everybody saw the gameplay, got hit in the G spot, and then everybody started breaking the bro code and started, like, pre-ordering the game. I still have not broken the bro code yet. If the beta is good, bro, I might pre-order, all right? Or I'll wait till, you know, 2 minutes before the game comes out or something like that.
Code, you enter that code over on the EA website like I showed earlier, and then boom, you're ready to go, and you can play the game 2 days early. When it comes to game modes, they're going to be split up across both weekends. Weekend 1 will have Conquest, Breakthrough, Domination, and King of the Hill being played on 3 different maps, and then Weekend 2 is going to have all the Weekend 1 game modes and maps alongside an additional map along with Rush, Squad Deathmatch, and apparently even more game modes on top of that. In total, there are going to be 4 maps available across these different game modes, and keep in mind just how large these maps are going to be. The full launch of the game is going to have 9 maps, and then of course more coming after that. So during the beta, we're only going to be able to experience less than half of the maps that the game is going to have to offer.
Yeah, no, that's good. We definitely don't want the full game in the beta, bro, because yeah, we've seen that with Call of Duty. It's like the beta is always feels better than the final game, which is just like, you know what I'm saying? And when the game comes out, it's like, yeah, nobody cares at that point. Real quick though, before I forget, I need to shout out the homie Eyes Dried Open for the $5 super thanks. Shout out to the homie Susan for the $2 as well. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. The homie Victor that just became a member. Yo, the homie Victor, I appreciate you, man. And shout out to all of you for also being members on the channel. Thank you guys so much, man. Like, yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel, man. Let's get back to it.
Which is actually pretty cool. Now, a few extra notes here. The game will run at 60 FPS on console and will have a performance mode to increase FPS even further. And when it comes to PC, there's going to be a myriad of options for you to customize your game and tune everything to your specific liking. This is what the menus look like, and here's some of the features that they offer. Mind you, you can boot up the open beta as soon as you have it downloaded. You just can't actually play it, but you can, however, get in there and get everything tuned and set up to your liking well before the beta even comes out. So I definitely recommend you guys do that. It's also worth mentioning that while you're watching Twitch to get access to the early portion of the beta, you will also be earning additional drops to unlock exclusive cosmetics within the game. And just like we learned before, the cosmetics are grounded, they're not too outlandish, but they are exclusive and they will give you that extra.
I'm just worried, like, if they, yeah, that's good, right? That's good. We do not want Nicki Minaj's Bunda in the game. We do not want the friendly UAV online skin, the friendly UAV online, you know what I'm saying? We don't want the, like, Beavis Butthead and Beavis skins, none of the cartoonish crap, right? But what if, like, all of this doesn't do well in the game, and then EA's like, okay, you know what, bring in the Nicki Minaj's Burna. Yeah, right, like, what, bring in the BBC Online skin, friendly BBC Online. Then what, right? That's, yeah, that's gonna be kind of wild. And you know, if that ever happens, yeah, right, like, people gonna go from looking like this to this, right? Like, people gonna be beefing though, but okay.
A bit of customization during the launch window of the game when everybody else is running around with default skins. So, all right, with that all out of the way, let's go.
Oh, finally, there we go. This is what I've been waiting for. This is what you've been waiting for, right? Let's get to it.
So as always, when it comes to skill-based matchmaking, passions run incredibly freaking high, right? And opinions get thrown around like crazy. Yesterday's video covered the news that yes, skill will indeed be a factor when it comes to matchmaking within Battlefield 6, alongside other factors like ping, time to match, server fullness, and things like that. This ended up getting misconstrued by a lot of folks claiming that we don't know what we're talking about here. Skill's not a factor in matchmaking whatsoever, and skill's only a factor in team balancing. It's skill-based team balancing, and I tried my best to explain the difference between the two, but a lot of people just weren't buying it. Whether they genuinely don't understand how games work, or whether they have some sort of like tribalistic loyalty to Battlefield, I don't know. But they just refused to listen to reason when it came to this subject. And I think a lot of these people forget that we're on the same side and we're on the same freaking team here, man. Like, I'm not out here hoping for skill-based matchmaking. I'm not hoping for Battlefield to fail. I've said countless times, I want this game to succeed. I want Battlefield fans to be happy. I think a thriving Battlefield game is good, not just for the
Facts.
fans of Battlefield, but good for the games industry as a whole, and it's even good for Call of Duty fans, because the better Battlefield does, the better everything gets. It's really that simple, right? But that kept getting misconstrued somehow. The idea of matchmaking versus team balancing, right? They're very different. Matchmaking is how the game's systems get players into the match to begin with. Like, full stop, that's it. Matchmaking is how players enter the lobby in the first place, and skill will be a weight when it comes to getting fans into a lobby of Battlefield 6. That's it. That's confirmed. That was the news. That's what we covered in yesterday's video. The biggest question and the biggest concern for myself, and I'm sure a lot of you guys out there, was how big of a weight is skill going to be, right? Because we didn't really learn that from the press release that we got. That was like the only information that we had, but thankfully we do now have some encouraging information to go over when it comes to that. It turns out things are going to be just a-okay. But getting back to it, team balancing, right? That is what happens after, and I want to stress that one more time, after matchmaking is finished.
Yeah, because as the second everybody started talking about skill-based matchmaking, a lot of people were like, it's just team balancing, yo, team balancing. Now, team balancing and skill-based matchmaking are totally different, but I get it though, right? We're talking Battlefield. Battlefield is different from Call of Duty, so is it gonna be as bad as Call of Duty? And I don't blame like people on either side. If you think it's team balancing, bro, like there is no way to prove it yet. And if you think it's skill-based matchmaking, there's no way to prove it yet. We just gotta take their word for it, right? The game isn't out, and maybe it's gonna be okay. Maybe it's not gonna be too bad, or maybe it's actually gonna be really bad. Nobody knows. So this is where I'm at, right? Like, I'm also like checking out the information, hoping and praying that this game is good. But yeah, some people are really passionate. Some people are getting hit with the PTSD, Call of Duty PTSD, skill-based matchmaking PTSD, and yeah, right, like emotions are at an all-time high. People just, if you believe it's gonna be crazy skill-based matchmaking, you believe that, right? If you think it's just gonna be team balancing, man, team balancing, there's no way to prove it, there's no way to disprove it, and there's no way to reason with anything or anybody. And yeah, so this is why like everybody's like beefing right now, but apparently we got good news, so I'm actually quite happy with it. But it's still kind of suspect. You will see why I'm saying that.
And all the people are in the lobby. Like, team balancing has always been a thing within Battlefield and pretty much every online game in general. Without using skill to balance teams, things get all out of whack, and then you have blowout matches, and it's a bad thing for games in general. You need teams to be at least relatively balanced so everybody has a higher chance at a good experience. But that has nothing.
I like that barrel roll. Like, that's something that I personally do in real life when I go to my kung fu classes. You know, like I be doing those barrel rolls, like ta ti ta ta. Barrel roll, ta ta ti tu ta. Yeah, and all that. But yeah, no, I love the fact that they added that in the game. We're probably gonna see Call of Duty do that as well in the future then.
Thing to do with matchmaking, like, not even a little bit here. Matchmaking is how you get into the lobby. Team balancing happens after everybody is in the lobby. And I really just hope that clears things up for some people. Now, my question initially was, where did this all come from?
Oh, Insider Gaming, that's Tom Henderson's outlet. So it seems that although skill-based matchmaking is going to be in Battlefield 6, before you enter a match, oh damn, he put in the parentheses, right, in the brackets, in the parenthèses, l'a mis ça dans les parenthèses, car y a beaucoup de monde maintenant, ils pensent que c'est team balancing, et puis ils savent pas là, yo, que c'est a skill-based matchmaking, ladies and gentlemen. So, now I was speaking the français there, but no. So yeah, he put in the brackets. He knows that, because a lot of people are saying team balancing, so I guess this is why he was like, okay, let me put in the bracket so people know, like, we're talking skill-based matchmaking and not team balancing. But let's hope for the best. Let's hope for the best.
Right? Like, to see so many people upset with me felt a lot like shooting the messenger. Like, I've been doing this for over 14 years now, and all my videos have like a 98% like rate, and I tend to understand what I'm talking about, and folks seem to enjoy the content. But yesterday's video was the opposite, man. Yesterday's video flopped all the way down to like a 77% like rate.
Whoa! You guys doing that? You guys doing that? It cannot be true. Now, it's probably not you guys, but it's people that are not watching this video, right? You feel what I'm saying? But nah, yeah, that's what I've been saying. Now, I've seen like a couple of you even on my videos saying that, nah, bro, like, it ain't real, it ain't real. And in the video itself, like I was saying that, bro, and even again, and I said that even in this video just a little bit about before, and I'll say it again, there's no way to prove it, how good or bad skill-based matchmaking is gonna be in this game. Are we gonna have it? We don't know. Is it just team balancing? Let's hope for that. But is it skill-based matchmaking? The only way to find out is when the game comes out. I'm not even gonna say the beta, bro, because the beta, guys, let's be objective here. The game does look good. I want it to be good. I hope it's good. I'm loving what I'm seeing as well, right, guys? I'm with you on this one. I'm just the messenger, just seeing the news, and we're checking it out and reacting, discussing, talking and all that, talking crap in between as well at the same time. Feel what I'm saying? But nah, man, I want the game being good. You want the game being good as well, right? But how good or bad is it gonna be? So yeah, but this time around, I feel like the reason is because people have been burned so many times with Call of Duty and other FPS games, even Battlefield 2042, that whenever you see, and this is why I always said, man, gamers are some of the most loyal fans ever. They always say gamers are toxic, gamers are problematic. To a certain degree, it's kind of true. I mean, this is positive toxicity, but that goes to show you, man, if you deliver a good game, like this is looking really good, so people are defending it, and guess what? The game isn't even out yet. We haven't even tried it, right? Like, that is crazy to me that gamers are this loyal to a company that don't even know about them. Like, these companies don't give a damn about us, right? Like, you know that, right? But people are still defending it. Why? Because the game looks amazing and people are willing to support it. People want a good game, man. Gamers want a good game. So yeah, man, gamers are some of the most loyal fans ever. Yeah. So
great, and I felt like I was missing something. Like, I've never seen, like, usually the comments in my videos, it's just all of us kind of agreeing with each other because we're all kind of on the same page when it comes to most things. We might disagree about some things here or there, but in general, we're all kind of on the same page, all kind of on the same team. But yesterday, that was not the case. Like, everyone seemed like really frustrated, and they kept passing around a bunch of misinformation, and just things were all so confusing and muddled. I felt like I was missing something. There were a few people that tried to help out and clarify, but mostly it was just a bunch of shouting. It was saying that it's team balancing. People were calling me an Activision shill, which just
classic.
Yeah, okay, dude. And then everything else, right? So it turns out there was a reason why people all believed it was just team balancing, and it comes from a bunch of random places. We have a bunch of random Twitter accounts, we have some deleted Reddit threads, we even have an invite-only Discord server for Battlefield Labs, and that is where all the confusion came from. This information is not widely known. In fact, it's been taken down by the Battlefield subreddit moderators, it's been commented on by the Battlefield community manager trying to, like, cover the entire thing up. It's really freaking weird, right? So,
oh, that was 4 months ago. Oh crap. Okay, no, I've just heard about this a little bit, and this is good news, but now I'm finding this out in real time 4 months ago, and it was deleted because there was another point that I wanted to make, and I will make that, but okay, no, I didn't know about that. Okay, so 4 months ago it was reported and deleted. Okay, point to be noted. We'll get to it.
Moderators, it's been commented on by the Battlefield community manager trying to, like, cover the entire thing up. It's really freaking weird, right? So thanks to Tom Henderson, we now have a transcript of what happened, and spoiler alert, it's really good news. It's really freaking good news for Battlefield, and we're all gonna be happy. So it appears there was some discussion in the Battlefield Labs invite-only Discord about skill-based matchmaking within Battlefield 6. This happened all the way back in April. We don't have the full context of the conversation because it's been deleted and it's on a private Discord, but we do have David Serland, who is one of the lead producers of the game, weighing in on the subject. We have a transcript thanks to Tom Henderson and his website Insider Gaming, and in here we can see that David said, PSA, Battlefield 2042 has skill-based matchmaking according to this definition. This is what I tried to detail above yesterday. It has a factor of skill. It's used, but ping and time to game is the top priority, and in a 64-player game, our want is to spawn a server that starts as soon as possible, thus the skill factor is negligible in terms of sorting into servers. Also, with a party, that is more or less ignored. Just for clarity, saying skill-based matchmaking is bad is not really useful. What you really want to say is heavy skill-based matchmaking, where skill separation is a priority, is bad. So that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is really freaking encouraging news.
No, that is good, but that was said almost 4 months ago, and the only thing is that was deleted. Why delete it, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, that is good news. What are your thoughts on it? I feel like that some people and I mean, listen, if it, yeah, let it all out in the comments. I feel like generally I'm assuming that generally people would view this as good news. There would be some that would be like, nah, man, like skill-based matchmaking 0, like we want 0 skill-based matchmaking. And if you believe that, you think that, bro, there's no wrong answers. You want no skill-based matchmaking, you want no skill-based matchmaking. Simple as that, right? Nothing wrong with thinking and wanting no skill-based matchmaking. Or if you're on the opposite polar opposite side, hey man, I want like crazy skill-based matchmaking. I mean, that's your want as that's your want, right? I personally don't want skill-based matchmaking though. I don't want EUMM because then, you know, you get into the very manipulative circle, and that's the circle jerk that has been Call of Duty, you know, pause.
Bruh.
But no, this is sounding really good, but why delete it? Now, two things comes to my mind. A, this is old news and things are being changed behind the scenes, so he don't want to mislead anybody. That's why he deleted. Or secondly, he is not allowed to really speak on that, so he put this out there and then deleted because he realized, oh shit, I'm not allowed to talk about it, right? But nonetheless, it's good to hear that. Let's hope this is true.
Priority is bad. So that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is really freaking encouraging news. Of course, things are always subject to change, but right there, we have one of the lead producers saying in a private Discord server that ping and time to game are their top priorities. Specifically in 32 on 32 modes, they want matches to start as fast as humanly possible. Skill won't be weighed nearly as much, and apparently if you're playing in a party, they don't even really weigh skill whatsoever. That's freaking awesome. Like, I really wish we would have just known that yesterday, because I could have included it in my video, but alas, there's no...
Yeah, because there's so much good stuff from the game that we're seeing, right? Let's be honest, your game does look very, very good. And the skill-based matchmaking trash and, you know, UMM, this, that, the other, they need to clarify, right? You guys got something amazing. By the looks of it, we could be wrong, right? But based off of what we're seeing here, it does look very good. But it's just like, clarify, man, you guys got something amazing. Maybe this will be one of those games that people will return to 10 years down the road, just like Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys got some amazing, man.
Going back and changing the past. I will say, though, I do find it interesting that he specifically mentioned the 32 on 32 game modes, because in my video, I even said it would be nearly impossible to have big skill-based matchmaking in those game modes. I guess a lot of the folks commenting and disliking and all that didn't watch the video before flaming it, but the real question is, how will the system be implemented in these smaller modes like Team Deathmatch, Domination, and Squad Deathmatch? That was my question in the video, though it was not specifically answered here. The next part of what David Sirlin said is what kicked up all the controversy and the confusion yesterday. So here we can read, but that doesn't make skill as a factor in matchmaking bad wholesale. On the contrary, we need a skill value to make balanced teams, no matter the ranges of skills total on a server. It wouldn't be fun if all high skill players ended up on the same team, would it? Just to calm this thing down a tad, the fact a skill value is in the matchmaker, it's been there since we started being able to matchmake, by the way, doesn't mean we are going with a heavy-handed skill-based matchmaking solution. Quite the opposite. Battlefield is at its best when you play the all-out war modes with friends and different types of players. We do not want to limit that.
Man, I hope this is true. The reason I'm saying I hope this is true is because, yeah, man, companies lies, right? They lie all the time, but I really hope this is true because it does sound, yeah, I mean, yeah, bro, like, I hope this is true, man.
All of this is also true, skill being important for team balancing, regardless of in which way you join the server. For reference, did you feel like the Battlefield Lab playtests were heavy-handed skill-based matchmaking? No? Then we good. It's the same matchmaker and settings we'll use, with tweaks if we find any issues, of course. So right there, ladies and gentlemen, we not only got some amazing news, but we also found out the source for why so many fans were confused about the idea of matchmaking and team balancing. They are very different things, but David's emphasis on the factor of skill when it comes to team balancing is what caused a lot of the confusion. It could have simply just been put as skill-based matchmaking will barely be a factor whatsoever. Here's the source for that, but skill will...
And there's also like another thing, right? Server browser. So some sources are saying there would be no server browser. Meanwhile, I do remember, and this is what I said in my last video too, I do remember seeing them say we're gonna have server browser, but only in Portal, right? So does that mean server browser only for custom games that people are gonna make for Portals? Or server browser for custom games that people are gonna make, but also for normal games like Rush, Conquest, Breakthrough, you know, Team Deathmatch, Squad Deathmatch, and all the game modes that we're gonna have. Is it for everything or just for custom games? That part, again, we don't know. We gotta wait and see. But did you see this video though? If not, check out this video on the screen, man, because the stuff that came out recently is insane. We're talking about like the UFO stuff and all that. So pretty massive stuff that came out about UFOs. We also have a video along with it. Check it out and I'll see you right there.